G'day, how you going? I'm Ian Applis, your acrylic guru from Australia. Welcome to my channel where I like to teach people what they can paint in acrylic. I first want to get the size of my canvas going and also the colours running up the screen that I'm going to use in this tutorial. Now you might notice some tape on me sleeves here. It's a bit cold so I'm wearing sleeves, but the other day that was dangling in the paint, so I had to tape it up just so as I wasn't sitting down and realising I'm putting paint on all my chairs. All right, so this is going to be a surface of the water type of painting with some light reflecting on it, some foliage to help complement the subject of the matter. All right, so get on over here and I'll show you exactly what I'm going to put onto the canvas. Now I don't have anything drawn on there, but the main arc of the canvas is going to be the surface of the water. Now I don't want to paint the water so it looks like we're looking at it like that. I want to give it the illusion where it's kind of like from about here. So I might have just something in the top of the background there, but I want the water coming like this, turquoise water with some movement on the top and light hitting it and maybe some tree foliage just cascading from the top. Now down here I've just got my titanium soft-bodied white mixed up with some retarder. This is just going to slow down the drying time. I've just squirted a bit in there. Now depending on your climate how much you use, the more drier your area and hot, the more you would add, the more humid and moist the air is, the less you would add. It just slows the drying time down. Now I'm simply going to just do the whole canvas here so as I can, because it's pretty much 90% of it's going to be the water, and I just want to be able to get the colours to flow across the canvas without getting chalky and dry. Just get this all over there, right into the tooth, rub it right in.
You like getting it right in there, don't you?
You have to get it right in there. And now I'm just going to come to the tip of the brush. And because it's water, my water's going to sit this way. I finish the brush strokes that way, not that way. That's just the way I do it. Everyone's different. Now I've got some French ultramarine over there and I've got me turquoise over here, phthalo turquoise actually. So I'll get this primed onto the canvas there and it's going to go lighter. So I've got to get it lighter and darker in places. So I'll just crisscross it onto the canvas because it's going over the whole lot. That's enough. I don't want to overdo it because I want to get lighter and darker values. Now I've done pretty much what the white I did. Put it all over there. I'm going to stroke it left and right. And then we'll start putting the different values within this. I'm just coming to the tip of my putter on a brush and getting it to a reasonable even layer of that paint and hopefully the same value all the way through. Now just over here at the far away end, I want some shadowing darkness. So I've picked up some of the French and I'm gonna have a little bit of land poking there. So I'll go from about here and I want to just stamp this on. There we go. So along there and radiating back here. Now I've left bits of turquoise in between there because I do want to waterfy that. So we'll just quickly come, now I don't know if you can see that, but that is very crooked. So I'm going to straighten that. I want to come now in some lines like this. Okay. Now I want to waterfy that as well. What I'm going to do is come this way like that. Okay. Now I might have to add some more of those French colours in there. I'm looking at it. I feel I do, so I'm going to just simply add some more.
There goes an aeroplane going over.
Yeah, there's a lot of aeroplanes around here. We're under the flight path. Get a bit more. I'm just kind of, can see the old ones. Double them up and put a bit more there. That back there, we don't want to lose that because when we waterfy it, we'll end up rubbing that to nothing. So you've got to make sure you put it back. And once again, lightly waterfying that right across the canvas. I'll get that a bit over there. Now I've got a long round brush, or not a long one, but a reasonably round one. I want to use this to get some more darker values of the turquoise in there. Now I've given that a bit of a dry, but it's not 100% dry. It's a little bit tacky. And what I want to do, where I've got some of these, let's see here, I want to get just some of this in between those blues there. Now as you get out here more, they'll become a bit more closer together. If you feel you need put some more of the French, by all means just add it in there. And out here where we're going flat, you want a lot of just bits like this. Now it's coming flat, a lot of little underlines there, just like this, a lot closer together. See there we go. Don't push too hard or you'll bring the white back from your underneath here, and as it's tilting up, they're getting compressed, if you understand what I'm trying to get across here. But we're going to go backwards and forwards with highlights. We're just getting all the base colours into our water at the moment. I'm grabbing the French and teasing it with a bit of white, and I'll get some of it up here. It's kind of a purple hinge to it, and I want to, same procedure here, lots of little underlining like lines like that. The tops of that blue we put there, get this on the tops of it, just kind of wavy, kind of like. Practice this so you get more familiar with it. Now grabbing just the French again, I'm coming back out here. Let's get rid of some of that. And any of those white bits that are too much, just kind of sink them back down with this. But in a lot of little dashes, like left and right dashes. So I'm painting the reflections and the light on the water as you see it. You're standing here, so you can see the top of the water here, but way out there you cannot, okay? If you see the whole lot, it's like you're in a helicopter, but not all of us get to be in a helicopter and look at the way we look at things, so we don't paint like we're in one. I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I've grabbed a flat brush now just to get a lot of these compressed ones in a lot quicker and more precise to the shape they need to be, because that round brush, it's all right for down below, but up here you need this compressed style. I've given that a bit of a dry, and I'm just getting some of the straight turquoise back into it just to even up the values, because some of it's a bit blobby, too much white here. It's just not even in nature looking enough, so I'm just kind of tuning it up with the different colours, and I'll actually, after this, I'll tune it up with a little bit more of that French and the white mixed together as well. Just grabbing the French and the white that's mixed together, and I'm using just the corner of this brush just to get little bits of light hitting out here, radiating through all there. Now what I want to do, I want to get a bit of this white, and I want to lighten up some of the turquoise, just using a flat brush, because I'm going to do some like X strokes, infinity strokes, just dancing through it. And I'll wipe most of it off, and then let's start from about here. I want it like that. I need more because not much is coming off my brush now. And figure eights, like I call them infinity strokes, because infinity is a number 8 on its side for those who didn't know. So that's why I might say it's an infinity stroke, or a sideways number 8, or an X. So we're just pretty much getting some of this push through it all. And it's kind of giving the vibe. And we can come on here with, you know, your lighter and your darker and then we'll start getting the light exactly where we want it. Now I'm just grabbing some of the turquoise again. It's a little bit darker than what we just put on there, and we're kind of we're slicing this now, just to get leave some of the French where you can see it, dance around that. Pretty lighter down this corner, so I'll start fading it away from about here. Just letting it do that. Now I'm grabbing a lot more white with that turquoise, just tainting that turquoise so it's going to look white. And I want to get some just like this. Dot, keeping it on those waves, okay? You don't want your paint too thick and hard. We're getting down towards here is bigger. Oh, hang on a minute. This is the light actually hitting it now, and hopefully when I look in my monitor I'll get a vibe. And I've got to, hang on, I want the ones closest like that, and then they're coming into dots, just like so. Down here they're even more stretched because you're looking over them more. And these little dots that are out here, over here, they're pretty much becoming like that. Now I'm grabbing the turquoise. Where was I up to with it? Somewhere here. Got a bit more white with it. I put some darker flips with this flat brush. I've done some darker ones. I was just trying it out, and I want to see where they're dark, and then you want to come with some brighter bits, just pushing the dark ones back. Not too white. Get that right value mix on your palette there. Okay, we've done our water. I just want to quickly put in the edge of the water over there. Now I've got some burnt umber, and I'm going to add some black with that just to blackulate it. That's dry, yeah. Now make sure your canvas is dry. I want to get it to there first. Just dot it on. Turn it around. Get the other side of the paint on there. There we go. Now I've taken the paint off the brush, most of it, and the bottom, I'm getting it sideways and just kind of scratching it, so if anything it'll put some kind of shadowness within the water as well, just shadowness. It's not going to be a proper reflective shadow, we just need a bit of dark there, so when we put our leaves, because this is going to have leaves hanging over the bank there. Nice simple thing to do. I'm grabbing I'll wet it first so it's not dry, my dagger brush, and I've just got some Viridian Green here. Now in doing this, I'm going to come from the top. I want to leave a bit of darkness there, okay? I don't want to cover all that darkness up, so I'm going to, over here, I'm going to come from the top and get my leaves in like that. The top can be very heavy, but broken up. So I'm just kind of getting some leaves here, nothing technical. I've given it a dry. Now I'm grabbing the yellow oxide, and I'm mixing it with that green just to get a very faded, dead, dull, waterlogged kind of green colour. I'm going to wet my brush a bit, and we're going to come from the top again, and now just get some leaves there. bits of leaf. Now I've got green oxide. I've got it in a leaf shaped brush. I've got the light meter off again, just so as I can get some leaves within all this mumble jumble. I'm doing this bit here first so I can look in my monitor just to see how it's faring, because mainly this bit here is what will be seen with our overgrowth subject, other overgrowth subjects within this painting. Now just along the water's edge there, I've been grabbing not too much black paint. It's got a lot of water in it. I'm just dancing it along like that enough, and then quickly get my finger and pushing it down. It's just adding that depth underneath that bank. Now down here I've got the burnt umber and the brown, no, the burnt umber and the black. So I've blackulated that burnt umber. I've just got a round long brush here just so as I can loosely scratch in where I want my branches. So I want something, bit of a knot there, coming right off the painting there. Boom. There's one. And I'll probably want to get something coming down, let's say from about here. And the actual, I'll get this to this size roughly where I can get it to. Just something like that. I'll get another one coming in, boom. Bit of a node coming down, and then he's going to come down, twisting my brush, boom, bit of a node. I love the nodes, don't I, eh? And then scratching over here. There's something coming off there. Now I'm going to thicken those up. They're the main branches. Just getting the edge nice and sharp.
Another aeroplane, Ian.
Yeah, they're all right. Now see this one here? It's coming from there. This node there. Okay, got the script liner now, so I'm right on there, getting the edge. I've got it pretty well loaded. And I'm letting the script liner make the shape of this branch. Twist, twist, twist. It can come right off the painting there. A bit of a node. I've got to twist it laying down the brush. Bit of a node. That'll do. I want it going towards the back of the painting, so to get that I'm going to stop about there and then come here, get a node on it and take it right back to the, there we go. Now I want to bring this right back into the painting there. I've said before, cross them over, get a lot of your twigs and sticks crossing over just so as they look more real. I've dried that. Just if you want to do this little bit of extra, you can do this. And I want to get just the top of some of these big ones just gingerly scratched in with some of this burnt umber. You won't see this just yet. I'm grabbing the Viridian Green and the Cadmium Yellow Light to get quite a vivid green here. And I want to get some leaves just sitting in front. Lots of leaves here, lots of leaves. Once we've done a few colours, it's only going to be this colour and another highlighted one. They're kind of on all these branches here, floating over the water. Leave a lot of windows, open bits in between all this. See that top stuff we put there, you're probably just going to see that bit there, like I said earlier. Now before we do any more leaves after this colour, I've got to join a lot of stuff that's out in the middle with some twigs, okay? Now grabbing the Viridian Green and the Cadmium Yellow Light, you want to make a nice vivid colour now, real bright. And now I want to get the tops of a lot of those dark ones, just leaving darkness under there, filtering the odd one down. I'll use a brush this way, I'll get a more sharper leaf that way. I'm just kind of sitting some of the branches down. Now I've grabbed more Cadmium Yellow Light and mixed it with just what was on my brush of that colour, because I want it kind of a more of a yellow. And I don't want this everywhere, I just want it on sort of like the edges. Get your paint reasonably inky so it's going to transfer. And I just want the edges kind of hitting with this kind of light. Fine stuff filtering across branches and stuff. All right, I'm going to sign this and reveal it and whack a frame on it. And like I always say, thank you everybody who supports my content. If you like my videos, give me a share, like and subscribe. Become a member of my channel by hitting the join tab or a Patreon. It helps support my content as well. There we go, that's not too shabby. We've got just a beautiful, cool leaf water scape painting there to hang on your kitchen wall. Something that's quite refreshing, I feel, and I know you can do it. Well, that was something different, fun and exciting. I hope you like that. And if you did, you tell your friends. But if you don't like what I'm doing, you tell everybody. Goodbye, good luck, and good on you.